welcome to another tournament match. There's our neutral commentator now. Snuffleupagus is going to be recording the neutral perspective, while I try to evade Strider 656. The new blood champion. Ready? Snuff? Ready, Snuff? Ready, Snuff? Just make sure that Snuff is ready before I begin. Well. Okay. Tell me when. Tell me when. As soon as... Okay. Alright. Yeah, I started saying good luck to me, but not too much. After all, we are adversaries in this particular match. In any event, yeah, my task shall be to evade. Okay, so it looks Strider. Looks as if he's going with the Pizza Wizard opening with Seward and Bordeaux like that. Let me see. This is hardly an England hand, an England start hand. So his scouts will likely be directed towards the east and Spain. So we'll go with northern Germany. Have our initial encounter be at Berlin. Or no, at Leipzig. So we will begin at Berlin. Sister Agatha, well, okay. We'll try to search our ally. Went with ally because he only has my starting location to search for with one search. Yeah, I understand that, but... Okay. Got an excellent smokescreen event for Mina. As for knowing she has a rifle, that's nice. Barring long night, yes. Barring long night, yes. So, So how shall I begin it? Now that I think of it, I think that this is a hand where I will, after going to Leipzig, I'll actually go straight past. Yeah, we will begin with the bodyguards, as that's a very nice thing to mature. As for... after that, I may just end up, I don't know, just laying down this and that. More nuisance event encounters than anything else. Evil presence, okay. Just as well I did not go to Prague as I initially thought I might. And it's definitely nice to have proxy events going off, because the more of those we can get out of the way before I start slipping right by them, the better. For obvious reasons. Okay. I suppose next I'll go to Nuremberg, place of bats there as a little bit of protection for my bodyguards, because that's something that you do want to mature. And it's not the end of the world if it doesn't, but... Go to Nuremberg. Place down a bats. New vampire, okay. Yeah, so what, basically, we're going for the stratagem where I'm gonna just be laying down a bunch of junk. Damaging and just things that, I mean, in the late game, they would just choose to ignore because whatever. Like, I lay down, oh, a steak this early, huh? Hold on with some good stuff. Like, a saboteur later on, they'll just show their shoulders and let it mature. Even in the early game, they may choose to just let it mature, because whatever. I get a roadblock, not that big a deal, most of the time. As for, and then mob, yeah, sure, deal us a little bit of damage, not that big a deal. Mob is, it's really in truth only when mob matures, or when there's several people in the same city as the mob, when they search it, that it really makes any difference to how good mob is. I think that we'll go Frankfurt next. And go and lay down desecrated soil, as that's definitely nice for filtering cards. Alright. Will he find a newspaper at just the right time? Let's see what happens. Okay, pistols being discarded. The fact that he discarded a stake so early makes me... I mean, it's definitely significant. That means that Godalming always has a stake this early. Behind the veil. Okay, well there goes one of my new vampires. Okay, a bodyguards. I suppose that's what I lay down next. I suppose next we go to Cologne, maybe? I don't want to step in Strasbourg, but the thing is, Cologne is also something of a common scouts check location. Then again, I'm known for starting like in the center of things. Strider has watched, recorded, commentated, played a lot with me, so he definitely knows my playstyle. But I definitely do sometimes break the pattern and start in the east. And the fact that he hasn't got that, the only scouts related thing he got was Sister Agatha, but he chose to ally. So far he has gotten 0 scouts off. It's definitely good news for me that he didn't get the perfect time newspaper. Let's see. I suppose he also got a proxy event, but that's less value. Most of the time that's less valuable than higher scouts this early. Let's see. I think that Frankfurt is actually a decent wolf form location. We'll go with that, so that I don't have to step on anything too obvious of a scout's location. Ah. Missy is spectating. Let's see now. Let's lay down the bodyguards, as that's a perfectly fine card. Yeah. Gotta be careful not to Uh, so far I'm not laying down anything uh, that's going to reveal my location when it matures, on the assumption that it does mature. Which he could very well have gotten an early newspaper. So the moment that, so tomorrow at dawn, okay, Granada and Cadiz. Okay, focusing as I predicted, focusing on Spain. But as I was saying, tomorrow at dawn, after I end up sliding that onto the fifth spot, he may have an early newspaper to tell him where that is. Yeah, I wonder how many horses he has and how good his horse economy is. Discarding the second crucifix, okay. So that's, I know crucifixes. There's one garlic wreath left, one dongs left, one holy circle left. Trading, okay. Not all that unusual. So what do I do next? Yeah, but I suppose while we wait for him to decide, I can bring you up to date on the current state of the tournament. At least concerning my batch. I ended up rolling up against Strider and Skybreaker first. Skybreaker, I managed to. Skybreaker has already managed to win a game over Strider, but this is only Strider's second game of the tournament, while it's my third. I managed to win both of my previous games against Skybreaker, so even if I lose this, basically I do have some breathing room, so I can afford a loss here or there. Alright, so let's... Paris is a popular spot to visit, so I think I'll go... I'm getting dangerously close to Seward, but let's actually start backtracking a little. Lay down... let's just lay down mob. I don't have all that much that's really worth doing. Okay, did he get early newspaper? He has sundawn thing or another. Or, well, not necessarily, but yeah, he did get the early newspaper. So, and now here's part of why I decided to start doubling back, is because now they are the closest people to respond to that. So now I can possibly slip by into the east. Okay, checking Prague, or possibly just going there on the way to Leipzig. Don't know for sure. Okay. And I guess Seward has not been having the best of luck with items for him to do that. Yeah, he's keeping Van Helsing there in case I'm up north, and getting ready to go there. So... okay. Man, would a hoax maturing be juicy. That's already 9, and there's another one on top. Let's see. I imagine one of the first places Seward will go to is Marseille. So, we had best avoid that. Possibly go Milan, Genoa. I think we'll make Milan our next stop because Munich is another spot that's going to be checked very quickly. So therefore, the longer we can put places like that off, the better. Just throw down another thing. Yeah, the bats may actually make it... The thing is, I'm not exactly sure I want the Desecrated Village on the chair. I put that down for card cycling. So that will be a bit odd. But... yeah, I definitely do not want to pick an early fight. As they have Sister Agatha. Yeah. Using a... Go ahead and search it if you like. Yeah, so... yeah, what I'm doing is I'm preparing my hand to be ready for laying down just a long gauntlet of vampire after vampire. So that they'll be hard pressed to deal with them all. Now how... so far there have been 0 horse shows. Discarding a holy circle, okay. He'll discard the blood transfusion, I imagine. Yeah. Showing the surprising return. I'll grant you that Aggie was the very first event to be drawn. So, and there is no way he could have known, but I mean that's precisely why that's precisely why I tend to search with allies, no matter how little there is to discover. So Lamini has a stake, a pistol, plus one other thing. Where to now? Wax cylinders. Good to know about. I almost never hide early. Unless I'm laying down something like a fog. So that layer, now I can cycle cards much faster. A hoax? That would have been nice earlier, but at this point, not really. Go to Venice. Is it time to start laying them down? Or should I just wait? We'll go with Aristocratic Vampire. That's not part of the Gauntlet plan. And when I say a gauntlet of vampires, I mean a gauntlet of fighter vamps. So that, I mean, it's possible. If it's like one hunter who's just facing one after another, it's quite possible to get a kill in. Pity. Well, then again, I can always layer that if I want to. So now he knows that my wolf formed from Frankfurt. Sense of emergency. Okay. Where to? Because that's not gonna get you all the way to Nuremberg. I wolf formed after that. Why would you find my trail there? Okay, so this actually leads me to want to. Okay. Horses on Mina. Good to know, good to know. So now I may go to since he's vacating the west, maybe I should go. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's filter out some of these worst cards. Aristocratic. At this point, I'm not gonna get a hoax through, so forget about that. Uh, bats is better than mob. Okay, yeah. Toss those three. Does Van Goldaming have a heavenly host? Answer, no. Interesting. I imagine, yeah, Seward will rest to recover from the effects of sense of emergency. I'm definitely a bit surprised that he used that so early. You know what? I think at a guess, Goldaming's third card is another horse, and he's trying to get Seward to Goldaming. Slide trail, lair, put the bats, put a new bats in Nuremberg. Yeah, I suppose I'll slide Mina into the rats that I put at. So, do I go to Munich, or do I instead... Munich is a bit obvious. The way I've gone something of a semi-loop-de-loo, I imagine that Seward will go to Marseille soon enough, and Goldaming Munich. So therefore, if I go to sea, he will definitely expect it to be Adriatic. So therefore, what do I do? This is actually a tough call. The last spot he'll expect me to be is in a CG nuke spot. Well, man, this is a tough choice. I think we'll go Genoa. I don't want to step into a CG nuke spot. Okay, wolves. Where did I put the aristocratic? Venice? Okay. Yeah, you may see the effects of my stratagem. My cards are so insignificant and irrelevant that I forget I forget myself exactly where each one is. So where will Goldaming go now? Yep, going to Munich, as I foresaw. Now I'm going to get a bit hemmed in. So, I'm skip. So, as it is... So I'll send her into Leipzig because that's where my lair is, and I'll just pop you for 2 damage with rats. And I imagine that she'll remove it because because she's revealing the rifle, so why not? Might as well. Okay. Yeah, his ticket situation does not seem to... His horse economy does not seem to be the best. Alright, what have you got? Revealing a knife. Whoa. Huh, in that case I'd be surprised if he doesn't have a heavenly host. Either that where he has, like, double knife, horse, and... I don't know. Okay. I'm going to need wolf form before I... Okay, we'll go ahead and mature the desecrated soil to heal up the 1 damage I took earlier. Despite the fact that I know that there's a... Do I really care about the aristocratic? What if I simply go back there? Especially since that could interrupt the gauntlet of vampires I have down here. That I plan to lay down down there. Yeah, I think we'll misdirect. This will probably seem a bit odd, but at least to him, but I think that this is actually the correct move. Go with let's begin the vampire train. Yeah, that misdirect will likely seem a bit odd to him. Okay, he will certainly check out Marseille. I'm a bit surprised. I suppose Van Helsing's gonna go there. Possibly? Yeah. He's moved by rail, so... Do I go to sea right now? And it kind of makes sense. And I suppose I'll want Wolfform for the landing. But the thing is, they're too nicely spread out and deployed. I need to get them to commit somewhat to something. The problem with laying down a vampire is I know Gul'daming has a stake, so unless that is he discarded it, but I don't think so. Oh, someone discarded one. I don't think it was Gul'daming though. But well, there are 2 stakes in the discard. Good to make note of. So what now? Slide trail, lair, toss the wolves in there. That's hardly much use. I think that the correct move is to Wolfform over. I think despite going Vienna instead of Zagreb may throw him off. Possibly. And then we can lay down... we'll start with the Desperate Soil. Yeah, this is... Yeah, he'll... The most likely the first thing he'll do is check Zagreb. Mind you, he doesn't know that I was at Venice. There goes the 3rd stake. So Gul'daming may not have a stake anymore. That's actually very nice. There's only 1 stake left that hasn't been discarded. And it could be in the draw pile. He knows where to pick up my trail now. Or at least has a good idea. What did I place there? A mob? Did I mature that? Slow horse, nice. With luck he'll step into my Nuremberg lair and get batted. Yeah, that slow horse really inconvenienced him, I think. Yeah, now I can just continue going east. Go to Budapest. Do I layer the mob? Probably. I could definitely use some more card cycling. So now we go to Budapest, lay down new vampire. Or unless that is, we get another reckless from layering. So there's what's left in the draw pile for me? There's still the second rats. There's an aristocratic. There's a reckless. There's a fog. A wolves. And I think the second mob? Question mark. So, do I mature that? No. That only affects Van Helsing, so that's really not worth much. Just keep moving. Okay, that's what we play next. And then we can play this to keep him occupied. So that I can make as much distance as possible. Yeah. Interesting that Van Helsing chose not to search. So, Seward, what are you gonna do? Chartered carriage. That actually does get him all the way to Venice. But glad to be made aware of that threat now, rather than later. And that's of course if he does go to Venice. Goes to Florence, checking the boot. Alright, let's ambush. After all, it is a reckless, so let's try to get some reckless ambush points. Admittedly, the maximum I can get is 2, but so considering that we have a double Fang, I think we'll start off with Fangs. Alright, 1 point. Better than nothing. Okay, this implies that Van Helsing may have the final stake. Mina rolls a 1 again. Okay. It's interesting that Mina, I think, is the only one who's shown horses yet, and yet I know that he has all 3 of them. Whether or not someone has 2 horses, I don't know. But it's possible. Yeah, either Seward or Helsing is going to be a little bit distracted by Genoa. For a turn. And, yeah. If Seward willingly showed a knife to bodyguards, is that his only weapon? Yeah. If at all possible, I want to just avoid combat, period. We'll go ahead and... Did I say a layer? I was thinking of maturing it, but whatever. It's not the biggest deal. Geneva has wolves, Zurich has bodyguards, I'm mob and a hoax. I think we'll clear that. Then toss down a saboteur. Then, yeah, I think we'd best make for the coast. Go with Reckless. Vienna has a soil, so yeah, we might have time for a visit to Galatz, as that's a nice out of the way spot. But alright, so by the looks of things, Guldaming still has a stake. Okay, look, Guldaming's burning an escape route. Nice, nice. I think Seward will either show a horse so that he can start getting. We'll let him search that. After all, there are no dogs, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. And we also know that there's no holy bullets. Yeah, before. No garlic, no crucifixes. So it's all standard weaponry. But there's only one pistol, which Guldaming at least had. Don't know if he still has it. And there's 2 rifles, one of which Mina is showing. Or at least was. She still is. Alright, where's Mina off to? She's down. I imagine she's going to start heading towards the east, yeah. Next we go to Bucharest. Okay. A shame, but that's the last day gone. So I can now make him I can wait for him to search my new. When it comes to the new vampire, I can wait for him to search it. Sewer discarding a knife. Very nice. My spy doing his work very nicely. New vampire, and now, most recently, a reckless. So go to Belgrade. Throw him off a little. Considering the space that he's giving me, well, what about an RV? What would happen then? Yeah, I don't like that. Let's lay down a spy. Budapest has the next vampire. I'll go ahead and announce as much. But he has no more stakes, unless he does more supplying. In which case, he's giving me more time to slip away. Of course, the thing is he's only assuming, because he hasn't checked Rome yet. I could have wolf-formed. And the thing is, I think that Seward may well spend a ticket to go down there, and that will delay him. Nope, he's going straight up to Vienna. We'll let you search it. Yeah, I think we will have to go Black Sea coast and then go straight out to sea. Most likely. I can hope that Strider overcommits a bit. Okay, we're gonna do a scan. See just how deep into the east I am, and such. If he does that, I might consider going to Belgrade after he does that. That's probably not the best of ideas, though. Okay, more vampires. Very welcome. Hoax, rats, aristocratic. Goodbye. So he knows that I will have 2 fogs in hand by now. Okay, Seward has a heavenly host to get rid of it. A pity, but it is what it is. Yeah, that's another thing. I do have to be very mindful of CG. Because he knows that I can't have reached a port yet, not without having gone through Zagreb. So therefore he can try to steer me to him. Well, now you go to Black Sea Coast, lair, lay down the wolves. We'll toss this one. Okay. Constanta. Do I lay down a fog and risk being getting forewarned, or do I instead just lay down a vampire? I think I'll lay down another reckless. Renewed vigor is definitely a major threat here. Let's see how he goes about clearing things here. Okay, that's the first. Unless I'm mistaken, that's the first time Gul'daming's shown his horse. Well, no, he horsed over from Venice. Okay, checking Belgrade for in the event I went there after he scanned, which I did consider. I think Van Helsing will likely go to, yeah, you're not getting your a refill item by just sitting at Venice, and I suppose that's not the worst thing to do. Yeah, but you do have a good amount of trail to clear. Do I hide and lay down a fog? That makes forewarned, like RV plus forewarned. That makes that quite a major threat. Wax cylinders, okay. Yeah, we've entered week 3, so... Yeah, what I really want to avoid is getting into combat with them at all, because they've had Sister Agatha equipped for a long time now. Slide... Lair... Toss the lair at... Let's go with the Genoa lair. Place down bats. Now, do I go to Black Sea now, or do I instead hide? Because I'm definitely not moving into a new spot. Except he would kind of assume that I went to it and that I went with hide if I stay any longer. Do I? No. Let's just play this safe. Chances are he'll have a money trail or hypnosis. There is a possibility that he'll have a money trail or hypnosis, but another bad thing is he'll know my exact route from here, because the only way I could have gone to sea after 4 spaces from Vienna without having gone through Zagreb is precisely what I did. I can't have gone to Szeged. I can't have taken it, popped into Galatz. So, yeah. Reckless. what we have here. With only one Fangs. The thing is that he may actually be looking to fight this time. I can't say for sure, but go with Mez this time. Oh, and he chose to call that move. Good for you. Good for you. Will he dodge next? I mean, Gul'dan more likely than not has a knife. So, since we drew the second Mesmerize, we'll do that. Chose to dodge? Well, at least now I can't die to a knife hit. Well, I rather won't die if I get hit by a knife. Will he be looking to escape? Hard to say. So Fangs, plotting, or strength. It's practically never claws, or escape is bat. But I think we'll go with strength, because I think that he'll likely do a knife to just play around Fangs, since he has plenty of health. Yep, called you there. So now, will he escape, or will he do dodge? In one case, I'm better off doing Fangs, in the other, I'm better off plotting. Since I already got off some damage, sweet. Excellent. Perfect. So, I suppose we'll fetch a strength to counteract the knife, which he'll almost certainly play. Next. But what if he doesn't? What if he simply... I mean, he'll likely play escape so that he can dodge the Fangs. I mean, since he's mesmerized, the Reckless doesn't die if I'm wrong. So... Oh, wow. Nice. Thanks. Nice. I wasn't expecting as much value as that, but wow, I get a bite. What do you know? Yeah, he was probably expecting me to play a strength there. So, not only do I get an extra point, but I get a bite. So what's Gul'dan showing? Sense of emergency. Good to know about. So I'm a bit surprised that he's not showing his horse. I know that you have a horse. Why not show that? But minor detail. So where will Mina go? Okay. Yeah, if he were simply leaving the east, he would have gone to Zagreb. So he's looking to do some trail cleanup for sure. But yeah, that went better than I expected. I got 4 damage, which is the maximum you can expect. But not only that, I got a bite and destroyed a heavenly host. So that means that CG is less of a threat, but it is still a threat nonetheless. And now I have wolf form back for when I land. Lair. Toss. I don't know, toss Venice. That's not exactly that big a deal. Place bats there. We'll move on to the Ionian Sea. Will he possibly just let me mature this new vampire once he sees this new vampire? Especially if he runs into the Reckless at Klausenberg first. Basically, he sacrifices 6 points to kill 2 other vampires. Will he do that? Scouts? Okay, so... yeah. He doesn't have any stakes, so if you want to get rid of it, you're gonna have to do it by night. Well, actually, he might have a stake. That might have been a mistake on my part. And if he doesn't move Mina here too, as a insurance, okay, since he's moving Mina there too, that seems to say that he does not have a stake. But actually, since he was sitting there supplying for several days, he actually could have one. Seward? Seward has dogs. Nice to know. He also has a horse, and he discarded a knife earlier to the spy. So, night fight 2v1. Let's see what I can manage here. So the last thing he'll want is for me to get Mia mesmerized. So Seward has also shown a heavenly host, so let's actually begin with a Fangs to Seward. See if we can outsmart him there. Okay, no. But nonetheless, it's damage. Damage nonetheless, so I'm satisfied. Okay, I'm guessing you went punch as well? Yeah. So I don't take much damage. So he's gonna lead after. He's gonna follow up with. After I do that, he likely is gonna do a heavenly host. So we'll go with a strength. I mean, for the sake of dealing more damage. Let's focus on Seward, just because make it harder the damage harder to recover from. And I break a knife. Sweet. Okay. Any holy bullets? Don't think so. Yeah. So, after that, what now? Yeah, I think that's really all. I'm afraid that the vampires. So let me see. Seward has a heavenly host, horse, and dog. So he has no more. So unless he dumps his heavenly host, he doesn't have anything that will threaten to kill the vampire. So therefore, I strength Mina this time. Okay, she went with it. She went with the heavenly host. So, all right. It makes CG all that much less of a threat. Which, since I'm out at sea, that's big. And, well, I busted a knife for Seward, so both of them will want to supply to a certain extent. And it'll take Seward at least a little bit of time to recover from the damage I gave him. Trading with Guldamen. Slide layer. I don't know. Take off. What did I put there? That's actually pretty good. Geneva is too far out of the way. Plus, I may actually want to go there. So, we'll just stuff the aristocratic in there. Go into the Tyrrhenian. So here's where he will likely use Money Trail if he has it. So, yeah, Klausenberg. And the thing is, there's only a few days left until I start getting Fury Dracula points. Do I layer Klausenberg if I hit? Yeah, my trip. Whoa, discarding a knife and a crucifix. Goodness. Yeah, so that's 2 Heavenly Hosts in the discard, which is just lovely for me. Yeah, he still has plenty to address here. Do I actually layer the Klausenberg vampire to make him potentially need to send even more for a second hunter all the way out of position to Constanta? I will see what happens, but I'm not sure that I do that. Samia has a horse and a rifle. Ambush. I mean, he does own an escape route, so he can do that if he wants to. But that's now this. I think that's at least 2 escape routes have been used. Are there 3 of those? But well. Oh, yep, he's got hypnosis, so. In which case, I might be best off wolf forming to Milan. I don't mind taking on Van Helsing on a 1v1. Oh, Money Trail? Okay, in that case, never mind. Like, going to wolf forming to Milan to pose as if I had gone Adriatic and then, you know, done that. So unless Mina's holding Heroic Leap, or maybe Planned Ambush, I think that he's just gonna let this one go. Just accept the loss of points and... Considering that fact, I think that we will actually layer this. I don't want to give him that breathing space. I want there to still be a threat over here. I don't want him to be able to just zero in on chasing me yet. Let's continue laying down vampires. Speed telegraph. Okay. Okay. So he'll doubtless start with Van Helsing. Try to draw like a scouts or something. Possibly local rumors, as that would tell him quite a bit. Yeah, Marseille is obvious, I know, but at this stage, it doesn't matter all that much. is it possibly worthwhile going to Zurich? Because I think that it may well be. Chartered carriage from Goldaming. Okay, so he's going to deal with Bucharest, but abandon Constanta and let me have my 4 points there instead. Seemingly. At least that's what that seems to say. That's now 2 out of 3 chartered carriages gone. And, wait, no, this is Seward. Okay, so he's using chartered carriage either to chase after me faster, or go to Constanta to help deal with the vampire. Okay, that's the former, apparently. Yeah. Is Goldaming gonna bother with the Constanta vampire anymore? I don't know. We'll see. Mina will definitely be slowed down because when she searches the spy, she'll have to discard her rifle, and then she'll just be out of the arsenal completely. Yeah, Goldaming's looking for a stake. That's what he's doing. Discard a knife and a garlic wreath. Goodness, that's now all 3 knives in the discard. And yeah, this game is not going to last long enough for him to filter through the entire item deck. That's just weird, in my opinion. So if I were to... oh, so he does have a renewed vigor, so I do have to watch out. So Mia will... Unless Mina is willing to show her other event... Okay, so now... Yeah... So what do I do now? Slide the trail. Lair. Well, having a Klausenberg lair, especially since that's... Yeah, that's worth keeping around. We'll toss the Zurich lair. And then stuff the aristocratic in there. Now, how do I go about this? I figure one of the last things he'd expect would be for me to go to Genoa. But... We'll go with Clermont-Ferrand. Go with a new vampire. Yeah, let's keep him focused on right now. What's about to happen right now. Because he actually might expect Genoa. Because here's the moment that matures, that wipes all those seas off the trail, and I have access to them again. So, I think that what he might be expecting is for me to have Wolfhorn Tabari, so that I can do more sea voyaging. Okay, he finally found a stake. Otherwise, he would have addressed that sooner, I imagine. Okay. So what will he do? Alright, ambushing with a reckless vampire. Hesitating a long time on prevent there. I suspect that it means that he's got heroic leap. Huh. Nothing all that good there. So let's actually start with claws. Yep, could have mezzed, but this was the thing that would hit him if he did punch, and or escape. So not that big a deal for him. Especially since that's Seward, it's not that big a deal to him. So there is an RV about. I do have to keep that in mind. But Mia and Glum are way out of position. I think that since I know that there are two Heavenly Hosts that he just won't be getting back to, CG is no longer that big a threat at all. So I think that I actually should go north to Le Havre and end the game up in England. How many Dracovans are in there? 5, 7, 9, 13, 15, and number 16 is on top. So there's 9 that are unaccounted for within 22 cards. So just a slightly over 25% chance that he would draw a Dracoman for me. Gave Gul'dam some more events. Interesting. Yeah. Slide. Lair. Toss the Bucharest one since that's nothing but aristocratic. And toss bodyguards down. I think that he'd guess that I would not. So I'll actually go with Desecrated Soil. Will he do Renewed Vigor? Probably not yet. Glaming and Mina are way out of position. He also will quite possibly spend some time checking Spain, as that's another natural spot for me to go to. Alright, will he guess where I am? Because I'm not protected by anything all that good. I can draw more cards, but I'm not really protected, so to speak. Will he guess not? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, good. Going in the wrong direction. Yeah. Very soon. I think that I'll actually head towards Amsterdam since Seward went down into Spain instead. So that I can keep the sea as an option. The sea close by as an option if I need it, but there's already been 2 char carriages used. I know that there's a third one, and there's one sense of emergency used, but the other one was shown in someone's hand. So I know that there is the sense of emergency around. Roadblock. let's analyze how good that is later. We'll go to Brussels. Place down a spy. Yeah, I suppose. Let's slow down Van. We'll do that to slow down Van Helsing in the event he's. Then make it so that if Seward wants to move at all, he has to move by rail, potentially destabilizing the horse economy. After going to Brussels, I think we go to okay, RV. I mean, it's quite possible that he has a good luck or two. Well, one is discarded, so sense of emergency. Yeah. Well, there's your special move. So, Doming also is holding that surprising return that's been about for a while. And then I suppose he's going to supply as well for his other action, because he's got only a horse and something else. He's not gonna waste time searching at this stage. And I could use some better cards. So, both of the Rats and the Sab, I suppose. Well, honestly, Rats is better than Hoax at this stage, so... and Rats is actually better than Saboteur at this stage, so... weirdly enough, I'm actually gonna keep those. So, the thing is, I still have to survive for a good while longer. Seward, horsing. I would guess that he's... where will he check? Because he knows that I could be at Ayatollah or not. Okay. Good. Good. Newspaper. Okay. Gets to reveal where I was. He does need to address Marseille at some point. Because otherwise, that will shorten it by... Okay, so Mina's going to... Okay, let's see if we can get an ambush point. If we can get 2 ambush points, that will mean I have to survive 1 fewer day. It will speed up the clock slightly. Double Fangs. Since I don't have plotting in hand, I'll go ahead and just do a double Fangs. I have to remember, there are no knives. All the knives are in the discard. So, alright. Oh well, not double. I could have mezzed, but let's just take the practically guaranteed point when one does double Fang. Well, remove the one down here, obviously. False tip. He's desperately digging for something. Wonder what. Wax cylinders. He's gonna take a peek at what Clermont-Ferrand is. He'll learn that it's a new vampire that... Well, no, he knows that I'm sitting on a spy. Yeah, he knows that unless I layered a fog, so far I haven't laid down any. So he knows that I have both of them. False tip is actually extremely nice. Since there was a good luck discard already, there's only one, maybe two more of those? Question mark? Okay, so Mina had a stake. That's one less thing she has to fight me with. So I am definitely content with that. We'll go... We'll actually misdirect Paris to give him one more possibility. An unlikely one, but I think we'll go to Cologne. As Seward is like definitely going to be checking Amsterdam next. Since my hand is all junk, I think it's time to lay down my first fog. Alright. Let's try to get in a good wolf form position. So, Goldaming will likely check Strasbourg. That's not only like a multi-branch spot, but also yep, checking Nantes, but nope, not there. Yeah, I think that's I think I'm just committing to just not going to sea ever again. It is dangerous, to be sure, but scouts. Okay, depending on what he gets here. Okay, found Brussels, and he knows that I have not yet been to Amsterdam. So therefore he won't be surprised when I... So therefore he actually won't be surprised when I make another land move. Hidden schemes. When do I play this? At the end of the Dracula phase? Okay. I think that will actually go to Frankfurt. Lay down wolves, I think. Toss down something else into Brussels. So we're almost there. We only need to survive one more full day, because, or all right. I doubt that Goldheim will check Frankfurt. He'll want to stop me before I reach the sea. Yeah, so the moment that this matures, I win. Because I make Do I feed first spy and then ambush with spy? Forewarned. Nice. Nice to get one of those out of the way. So that's 1 out of 2 forewarns played. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, plus the one I have. So there's only 6 Dracmans left, one of them being on top of the pile. So it's a... let me see. I don't particularly care how I hurt him so long as I hurt him. Fangs is actually the more likely one to connect now that, garlic? Okay. Now that all the knives are gone, but whatever. This thing is too far back on the trail to matter. Claws. Just keep trying to do damage, as every little bit counts. So now I get wolf form back and get to wolf form. Vampire lair. Oh. That unfortunately doesn't do anything for him. That doesn't do... I've gotten too much points already. It's still 2 days time. So fortunately that means nothing. So now I wolf form. The item deck is nearly drawn out, but there's still 2 Heavenly Hosts in the discard, so I can go to Prague, no problem. Apart from the problem of it being on the rail line, but there's only 1 char carriage left. Mina can get to me naturally, but slide layer, try to find it. Well, toss that in there. Yeah, vamp layer. It doesn't make a difference here. So wolf form. I'm sitting on wolves. So where do I make my final location? That Golem could get to be my rail. Prague is a bit too risky. And how many events does he? 3, 3, 1. Not to mention 2 items. She has a planned ambush, so she's not the best. It's not a good idea to challenge Mina. I do have a false tip. So wolf form. Yeah, I think we'll go with Prague. And then do fog, since I have nothing better. Just throw that down for funsies. Uh, because I just need to survive one more day. Okay, so Goldaming, since he did horse, is not going to be able to get to me. I'm safe from Goldaming. Seward, I can false tip. Seward is also horsing, so he's not going to reach me. Good, good, good. GG. Oh, good luck actually use her canceling false tip. Now, where does Mina go? Is this going to be a final showdown between me and Mina? Nope. I win. So that's now my first 3 league games won. Each of them solidly. 8 HP is nothing to laugh at, but Strider's fared the best so far, as that's the lowest IDS score for me that I've gotten so far. Jonathan Harker. That definitely would have been useful a little earlier. Devilish power. So even if CG was a threat now, he's just giving me the countermeasure. Sure, just let's make it short. Well, there you have it, folks. That was good. That was a good game. It was definitely tough. Well, if it is any consolation, you did give me quite a challenge. And well, if there's any consolation, you did give me quite a challenge. And folks, that's true. Strider's no easy opponent. I had to think very carefully over what to do each and every move towards the end. And even in the mid game, I had to think carefully as to how to evade him. Yeah, rough. Yeah, but nothing major. Well played. You well played. So, well, I don't. Okay. Sarah, give me the firing shot of post game stuff. Snuff. Let's see if Snuff wants to do a post game chat. See what he thought of things. But if not, then that will be. But one way or another, thanks for watching, folks. This has been. This was a good game. It's definitely been quite a match. Possibly he's closing out his own stream. Let's message him in Discord real quick. See if put those game chat and stuff. Post game chat. Oh. Let's. Yeah. I suppose those will simply call us. So thanks for watching, everyone, and stay tuned for future matches. Whether or not I'll be playing them, we'll see. But we'll see if my luck continues, and whether or not whether I manage more wins before I take a loss, or who knows, I may end up going undefeated. That's a lot. There's definitely an ambitious hope, but see you, folks. Till next time.